Today I want to show you how this chemical fixer for screws work. I will show you how to put it on the wall, when to use it, and how are the working times. So what is actually this? This is called acero chimico, targo chimico in Italian and Spanish respectively. And what it is a way to fix hooks, bars, screws in very specific situations. This is what I'm trying to fix now. This is a back hook, but don't believe that all back hooks need this. I will tell you later why this back hook needs this in my particular wall, so just don't use this for a back hook. Usually back hooks should be able to put with the normal pieces that goes into the wall to hold them, but this case is special. I will tell you why later. So this is a type of fixing technique. This is a fixing material which is used for fixing, for example, ATMs to the wall. Just to give you an idea, to fix walls that are supported by bars that have to be fixed on the floor. This is a very, very, very strong way to fix since in spaces that needs either high security or needs to support very, very heavy weights, or which are tricky and you cannot use the regular pieces for supporting the hooks or the bars or the screws, like my case. So how it use? And I will tell you just shortly that my wall has this typology. If you see that, imagine a brick which has a lot of small spaces within, and what is happening is that the hook that I need to use, it's very short and very thick, so the wall has an entry point of at least 2 centimeters, which means that this hook cannot go inside as much as it needs for the regular perforated bricks holders in order to do what they need to do, to start shrinking and allow you to support the pieces into the wall. So all these combination of factors are happening to me, the wall being so deep, the hook being so short, and the wall material being perforated. So that's why I'm using this, but you should not, in any case, just go and use it. Don't use it usually if you don't need it. Try not to use it, because also removing this is a mess, and I probably will need to cut the hooks. But in any case, this is something which a regular home might not need to use, but it's good to know that it exists because it is an alternative. So how does it work? It has 2 components which are inside this. Sometimes different brands has different techniques. Sometimes the brand has 2 different tubes, but this one comes like that. And then I could use a pistol, a gun for silicone. So I put the gun and I will push this. This comes here, you open, cut it. I'm not gonna open, of course, because I'm not gonna use it now. And this comes with this, which is an applicator which goes inserted here, and this applicator has a particularity, which is an spiral which will mix the 2 components. So when you want to apply it, this is another view, but I think the most interesting one is this one. You just open the lid, cut so the material can go out, put this here, put this in the pistol. Then you let a few things go away. You just grab a paper and just put a little bit like 2-3 centimeters of material out. So this will allow the first mix to to look really mixed, because the first 2-3 centimeters will come with the two materials. You will see different colors. So just take it out before using. And now I will show you, depending on your bricks, you have to do the hole first with the driller. Then clean it. It's very important that it doesn't have any dust. And then for this particular type of brick, which is perforated, you need something special. It's not just the material, but a holder like that. It is a piece of plastic which has a lot of little holes. So you put it inside your wall. Just make sure before putting the material, before cutting this, make the hole and just make sure that it actually fits into the hole, dry fit it, then take it away and only then start applying the material. Because what could happen that you put it into the wall. By the way, when you put it into the wall, it will look something like that. There will be a little piece which will be outside the wall, and then this will be inside, as it is shown here. So let me point you with my finger here. You see? So this will be inside, and you have to make sure that it fits properly. And then you will insert the applicator all the way to the end of this plastic piece, and you will start pouring the material with the gun, and then you will do this movement, taking the applicator outside. And this will start filling all the space. It doesn't have to fill the wall stuff, because there are, like, depending on the brick size, but this separation might be 3, 4, 5 centimeters, no bigger than that. So this will allow to fill all the cavities with this chemical material. And then when you take this out, you just insert your screw, your hook, your bar, and wait. Similar situation when your wall is not perforated. But you have to be a little bit more careful with cleaning, because cleaning a perforated brick is a little bit easier. You have to use a special brush which can get into the hole, so you can remove all the debris. And after that, a slightly different step is this application. The application will actually be a lot less. You will need a lot less of material, of course, because you don't have the holes. So now you know when to use it, when not to use it, how to use it, depending on the material that you have to deal with. And now I will tell you something extremely important. Read this application and working times, because if it is the first time that you're trying to use something like that, and let's say you have like 10, 20 holes to actually fill, and you don't know this, you can take you into a messy situation where you have to start absolutely from scratch, and you will have to break also the chemical components that you just applied, because it will be already hard by the time that you actually reach the first hole if you started pouring the material in the first and went up to the 20. So don't do that, especially if you are using it for the first time. Just do 2-3 holes at a time, no more, and be quick. And also, just open the forecast application, check where you are. Because if you are in Germany, in Sweden, in some Nordic country, this thing works different than if you are in Mexico or in South Italy. Why? Because it's chemical, so it has a lot of chemical components, it has a lot of very fluid interactions with a lot of elements from the environment. So depending on the temperature of the environment where you are, not only check the forecast. If you are in winter and you have heating, you have to know the temperature of your house. So yes, you have to do a lot of research, you have to check all these factors, because if it is 0 degrees, you have 25 minutes, but if you are in a temperature of 35, you only have 2 minutes before it gets really hard. So I would say that people in Mexico has to be a lot more skilled to use that than people in Sweden. So if you are in Sweden, maybe you have a little bit more of margin to work with this material, but Mexican people, they should be really fast. I am somehow in the middle, so between 6 and 12, this is my working time. So I will have only 2 bike hooks to put, and then I will need to wait 45, 90 minutes to get it totally dried and to get it solidified before being able to hook my bikes. So yeah, it's been a long video, but I hope that it's helpful for you because it's not many information about this type of fixer, and I think that it could actually help you because the alternative to that for me, it was repairing the wall, closing the holes that I had made, buying a complete different back hook and spending a whole lot of money for just changing my technique. But with this material, which was a lot less than redoing everything from scratch, I could fix the issue. So yeah, I hope that it also helps you understand very specific situation. Remember, don't use it for any situation. In general, you are better with the standard fixers.